We're live. Good morning and welcome to this meeting of the Licensing Subcommittee. I'm Kevin Jones from Democratic Services. The subcommittee this morning is made up of Councillors Peter Hurlinger, Yvonne Tracy and Jackie Davies. The first item of business is the appointment of a chair for today's meeting. Can I ask subcommittee members to nominate a chair for the meeting?
I nominate Councillor Peter Hurlinger.
And I would like to second that, please.
Thank you, Councillor Hurlinger. You're in the chair.
Thank you. This meeting is being broadcast live, recorded, and will be made available on the Council's YouTube channel. The agenda is available on the Council's website by following the links to Your Council, then onto Council meeting calendar, and you'll find this meeting on today's date. The quorum for this meeting is 3 members, and all we need to be present at all times. If any subcommittee member or legal advisor lose connection, we will pause to allow them to rejoin as soon as possible. To reduce feedback, could everybody mute their microphone while not speaking? After the subcommittee has heard the submission, I will ask if members have any questions on the submission. Members can also indicate that they wish to speak by using the chat function. Please do not use the chat function to ask questions of officers or members, and remember that all meeting participants on the video call will be able to see what has been entered in the chat. Please also keep mobile phones in silent mode or switch during the meeting. As the officer has indicated, I'm Councillor Peter Hurlinger, and I'll now sort of run through the other participants in the meeting. Councillor Yvonne Tracy, Councillor Jackie Davis, Guy Bishop, the legal advisor, Marcel Barceau, the licensing officer, and Kevin Jones, the Democratic Service officers who opened the meeting. Can I ask members if they've got any pecuniary interest, non-registrable interest, or other registrable interest in relation to the first application that we'll be considering?
No, nothing to declare, thank you.
Nothing to declare.
Thank you very much, and neither have I. The parties have been already notified of the usual procedures for licensing hearings as set out in pages 5 to 7 of the agenda. Paragraph 57 on page 6 of the agenda pack deals with notification of the decision following the subcommittee's deliberation. This will firstly be confirmed by email later today, and full details and reasonings will follow within 5 working days. Are there any objections to us proceeding on the basis of these procedures? No? Okay, so I'll now go to the application for Chicken King 54 Tolworth Broadway, Tolworth, postcode KT67HR, an application for a new premises license under the Licensing Act of 2003, which is on Appendix A of page A1 of the agenda. Could Marcel, the licensing officer, introduce the report on this application? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. This application for a new premises license relates to Chicken King, 54 Tolworth Broadway, Tolworth, KT67HR. The application was made on the 12th of May 2025 by Mr. Charles Periana Yagasamy. The application seeks the grant of a new premises license to authorize the provision of late night refreshment Monday to Sunday from 2300 hours to 200 hours the following morning. The applicant initially sought authorization for the premises to be open to the public until 2 a.m. every day. However, following discussions with the Metropolitan Police, the applicant has amended the application and the premises are now to remain open to the public until midnight, with late night refreshment being provided through delivery service only from midnight to 2 a.m. every day. Relevant pages of the application form are attached at Annex 1 of the licensing report, and the proposed hours of operation are laid out in Annex 2. I confirm that the applicant has advertised the application by way of public notice displayed at the premises and in a local newspaper. The application has also been made available on the Council's website for the full consultation period. I confirm that all responsible authorities received a copy of the application. Representations were received from the Metropolitan Police in relation to the Prevention of Crime and Disorder licensing objective, and from the Council's Environmental Health Pollution Control Lead Officer in relation to the Prevention of Public Nuisance licensing objective. Following mediation, the applicant has addressed the concerns by making amendments to their operating schedule and to the opening hours. These amendments are reflected in the operating hours shown in Annex 2 and in the conditions shown in Annex 3 of the report. In light of these amendments, the concerns raised by responsible authorities have been satisfied and the representations withdrawn, and no further representations were received from responsible authorities. In accordance with the Council's licensing policy, 213 addresses were consulted in writing and informed that an application had been received. One valid representation was received from another person. The representation makes reference to matters that relate to all 4 licensing objectives. A copy of the representation is attached at Annex 4, and I can confirm that a copy of the representation was forwarded to the applicant and was made available to the licensing subcommittee. A map showing the location of the premises is attached at Annex 5, and photographs of the premises and surrounding area are attached for your information at Annex 6. In considering this application, you are required to take into account the Secretary of State's guidance issued under Section 182 of the Licensing Act 2003, our licensing policy, and the licensing objectives. The Council's licensing policy was reviewed in July 2021, and it includes some guidelines on licensing and trading hours. These guideline hours are included within Annex 7. You are asked to determine the application having regard to the representations received and any evidence heard at the hearing, in line with the options set out in paragraph 15 of the licensing report. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do members have any questions on the officers? The officer?
I don't have any questions. I just want to say thank you for a very clear report and a very quick and clear summary as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Councillor Tracy?
No, I don't have any questions, actually. Thank you.
Can I ask a question? I noticed on Annex 6 there are only photographs of the front of the premises. There are no photos of the back of the premises. Do I take it that's because the back of the premises are not effectively used as part of the operating schedule?
Unfortunately, I can't answer this question for sure. It's not specified really. It's not made clear in the application whether delivery drivers will collect the food from. So we normally take photographs at the front of the premises when we prepare for the reports, unless the application clearly refers to the back of the premises, then we would go and take photographs at the back as well. Guy, I don't know whether you could add anything to this.
I think in number, so I'm going to jump in here, in number 10 on page, I can't flip between one and the other, page 30, responsibility of the licence holder. It looks very clearly to me as if they're going from the front of the building, turning off the lights, so there are just kitchen lights on, and getting the delivery drivers to refrain from loitering or smoking, turning off their engines and so on. So to me, that really sounds like it's only at the front.
Yes, it does refer to the front of the premises. Looking at the plan of the premises, the floor plan, which is attached at the end of Annex 1, at the end of the application form, we can see the entrance of the premises. Bear with me. And at the back of the premises, it shows a parking space, but there's nothing in the application that refers to that parking space at the back of the premises.
Guy, did you want to come in with any?
I don't think I've got anything anything else to say. Really, it does appear that the entrance at the front is where access for deliveries between midnight and 2 are proposed. I would have thought that access to the rear of the premises would cause more public nuisance.
Thank you. I have no further questions. Has anything triggered in your mind, councillors, since we started this part of the meeting?
Is it? I'm just sort of thinking. Yeah, I don't think it would be suitable if they were doing this from the back of the building. Is it possible to put that in that the deliveries must be made from the front, or is that something?
Yes, you can put that in.
Okay, thank you.
We can do a condition.
Fine. If there are no further questions, the next part of the application will be for the applicant to make their submission, but I do not see the applicant here. You've made attempts to establish if the applicant will be coming, I presume. Mr. Jones?
We have, Councillor. We've tried to phone him 3 times.
In which case you would go straight to deliberations in a separate meeting.
Yeah, so we haven't we received one representation from another person, but they haven't requested to speak. We haven't got obviously the need for a closing statement, so I think we now can withdraw and make his decision. And as I said earlier, the decision will be confirmed to all parties by email, and the full decision notions with reasons sent to all parties within 5 working days. So could we reassemble? I think we can reassemble sort of immediately, can't we? Sort of to deliberate on our decision. Thank you, everybody.